Alright, is it working? Okay, cool. It should be on, right? So, basically, I've been ordering all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that we're gonna need to make the character decks for the Duels Remastered series, right? And they're starting to come in the mail now. So I'll show you these really cool cards that we got already, right? So we've got the Curse of Dragon, we've got the Burning Land card, and we've got Guy the Dragon Champion. So those are already in, right? So we're already starting to get a lot of the classic cards. I figured like what we could do is we could go through and we can open all these letters and see like what cards I got, right? It's gonna be pretty cool because it seems like a lot of the cards came in over the weekend, which is really odd because I didn't even know the mail like delivered on the weekend. But you know, I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna get the cards, right? So we'll see like what this one was. What did we get in here? Oh, look at this! Look at this classic card, the Feral Imp. Feral Imp, Magic Lightning Attack. How many times have we seen Yugi play this guy, right? Everybody remembers the Feral Imp. That's a classic card, right? Let's see what other cool cards we got. So now we're starting to get cards that Yugi had. That's really cool, right? It makes you wonder, like, what are we gonna get next? What other cards are gonna come? This is so exciting. Like, I've wanted to do this for like a long time. Oh man. Okay, sometimes the packaging can be a little bit tough to open. Maybe I'll have to get like scissors or something. I wonder what this card's gonna be. Oh, look at that! Polymerization! The fusion card. You need this card. A lot of decks are gonna have to run this, right? Because that's how you get, basically how you get the fusion card is you have to merge the fusion material with this card, right? So obviously, I hope we get Guy the Fierce Knight. That would be really helpful if we got Guy the Fierce Knight. But we'll see, right? It's kind of another fun thing about like getting like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the mail is like you don't really know what you're gonna get if it's just like random card pulls or you know if they come at different times. We'll see. We'll see what this one is. Oh, come on. What did we get? What did we get? What classic card is it gonna be? Come on. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at this. This one's a little bit trickier because, like, I guess, like, it's good in a way because they secured it during shipping, but it's like they glued them together. It looks like it's. Look, it looks like it's from Japan. This might be like OCG cards. Oh, that's promising. I did order some cards from Japan. We'll see what they are. Oh, whoa. Check that out. Japanese Mirror Force. Oh, that's definitely for Yugi's deck. And it looks like they included other cards just for free. We could probably use that for Bandit Keith's deck. Limiter removal. That's like a huge power up for machine cards, right? So we've definitely got some other cards that they just threw in for free, right? So that's kind of cool. I didn't even order that. This card, we might not use this until like we do Yu-Gi-Oh! GX videos, but that's still pretty cool. Yeah, so we're really getting Yugi's cards now. That's really cool, right? Oh my god, that's holographic too. Dang, man, look at that. That's beautiful. That's from Japan, man. That's like that's 90s Japan Mirror Force. Something good about the Japanese cards, man. I tell you, they get all the uncensored ones and everything. Japan got a lot of cards that we didn't get in the West. I don't know. Japan always seems to get so much cool stuff. I don't know. So many things I like are like from Japan, like Yu-Gi-Oh and Nintendo and stuff. So definitely, that's pretty cool. This is an interesting kind of package. People are pretty creative when it comes to like coming up with ways to like ship cards without them getting damaged, right? So it is kind of interesting to see how people do it. You know, come on. You ever see those like little bonobo monkeys when they're like trying to get like coconuts open and stuff? I suddenly relate to them on a deep level. Oh, check it out. We got the Summon Skull. Man, we're leaning heavily into the really good Yugi cards, man. Summon Skull, Lightning Strike. Man, that's gotta be like, look at this. Look at these cool Yugi cards, man. See, making Yugi's deck is gonna be so fun. Yugi gets so many cool cards. Duelist Kingdom Yugi gets so many cool cards. Don't forget the Feral Imp, man. That's the real star of the show, right? It's gonna be so fun to make Yugi's deck. I'm telling you. I've wanted to do this for a while, so I'm pretty glad that we can finally do this because this is really exciting. Man, I gotta like make sure I open it without damaging the card inside though. I gotta get a clip of like one of those bonobo monkeys trying to open a coconut and just put that in here because, man. Ah! Okay, what's this? Oh, Weevil's card. I play my insect soldiers of the sky. He uses this against Joey. I remember that. And Arsenal Bug. Arsenal Bug is definitely like a Weevil kind of card. You would expect that Weevil Underwood would have this in his deck. So maybe he wouldn't have this in Duelist Kingdom when the series first starts because it's a bit overpowered. Like, I can't picture Weevil using Basic Insect if this exists, right? So he probably doesn't have this in Duelist Kingdom, but later in the series, at least for sure by Waking the Dragons, he probably has this. If not in Battle City, right? So definitely that, and then this was confirmed that Weevil had this because you see him play that against Joey, right? And I already do have a lot of Weevil's cards, but I don't want to spoil that because we're gonna do like deck reveal videos and stuff. Man, that's gonna be cool too. So let's see, what other cards did we get in here? Oh man, Feral Imp, Magic Lightning Attack. Oh, look at this! We got another classic card. It's Beaver Warrior. Classic Yugi vanilla monster, man. You can't really have a Yugi deck if you don't got that Beaver Warrior in there. Yugi was always throwing this down in Duelist Kingdom. Man, that was a classic time. Let's see. Oh, it looks like there's another card underneath it. Oh, it's a good thing I checked. Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Man, this was one of Yugi's strongest cards back in the day. And when he fuses it with Curse of Dragon and you get Gaia the Dragon Champion, you're set, man. That's probably one of the best fusions from early Yu-Gi-Oh! It would be pretty cool to get like a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for like Kaiba too, but we're working on it, right? If I find one, definitely we'll be picking it up because we're gonna need it for Kaiba's deck. Let's see. What did we get this time? Okay, well, you can't be unhappy with that because you need multiple polymerizations. I feel like so many decks use fusion, especially in Duelist Kingdom, that yeah, we are gonna need multiple copies. So whenever I get chances to like order staple cards, I will try to get them in bulk because like cards like Pot of Greed, Polymerization, Dispel, Remove Trap, like these are cards you're gonna see a lot in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Even Stop Defense in Duelist Kingdom, so many decks run Stop Defense. By Battle City, you don't see it as much, but in early Yu-Gi-Oh!, Stop Defense was a big deal. And that's the same with like Dispel and Remove Trap. You see Dispel and Remove Trap in a lot of the early Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos too. Because back before people started running Mystical Space Typhoon, everybody had a Dispel, right? Now, the thing about that that's kind of interesting is you don't really see Mystical Space Typhoon unless you're watching the filler arcs, like Noah's Virtual World arc and, you know, Kaiba's Grand Prix tournament or whatever, and later in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. But I guess for like Battle City and Duelist Kingdom, Mystical Space Typhoon either didn't exist yet, or maybe it was on some kind of ban list because it was too overpowered, they thought. So that's kind of interesting, right? Oh, we got more Weevil Underwood cards. Man, look at that. We got the Petite Moth, man. You gotta have that Petite Moth. Weevil's gonna grow that into his boss monster. Get that Cocoon of Evolution on it. Oh, you guys remember Weevil, man. Weevil and that Great Moth. That was his, like, his go-to early Yu-Gi-Oh! Strategy was to get the moth out, right? Now, to get the Great Moth, you've got to grow it. I really should get, like, scissors or something. But you got Hunter Spider. Yeah, you got more Weevil Underwood cards. You know, cards that like Weevil would have in his deck at some point. Alright. Oh, we got the Fake Trap. That definitely fits with like something Weevil would do, like a fake trap card. I think he plays this in Duels of the Roses, actually. So maybe that's where I got that idea from. We got another Insect Soldiers of the Sky. Okay, actually, the Cocoon of Evolution is in underneath it. Oh, okay. Now, whoever packaged this, I mean, bro, you lead with your Cocoon of Evolution. That's a way rarer card, but maybe they put the Insect Soldiers of the Sky over it so that it didn't get damaged. No, the packages were just stuck together. But yeah, you got the Cocoon of Evolution. That's Weevil's like big card that he's gonna use to get his Great Moth out. Then you've got, of course, you've got the Petite Moth. It's in here. It's stuck on the cardboard, so I guess they taped it pretty good. I'm gonna have to get that off with scissors. That's cool. We got Weevil's Great Moth summoning condition. You know, all the materials for it. You gotta have that Petite Moth and that Cocoon of Evolution. And we'll see what else we're gonna get in here. Okay. We're getting a lot of Yugi's cards. That's pretty cool. Oh, speaking of Yugi cards, this is an interesting one. Griffor. So this is, for most of the duels, this card was an unnamed monster that Yugi would just play in defense mode and it would always get destroyed. So it's basically like a punching bag for Yugi's deck. It wasn't really released in English until way later. So normally, if you were playing old Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day and you wanted this card, you'd have to get it from Japan. But I think they had a set that came out way after, years later. They had this set that came out, and it took a bunch of cards that were previously only released in Japan, and they put them in English. So that's how we got Griffor. Griffor's a pretty cool card. Very underrated. I like it when they say, like, thank you on the package, man. That's always a nice touch. So let's see. What did we get in here? Alrighty. We're going to get more of Yugi's cards or Weevil's cards. Who's coming in next? Well, this is a classic one. Monster Reborn. Everybody runs Monster Reborn. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. This is another card we're going to have to get lots of copies of because pretty much everybody was running Monster Reborn. I mean, that's just a staple card. You got to have that in your deck. If you don't have Monster Reborn, it just puts you at a disadvantage. Like, why would you not have it? It's a free recovery from the graveyard for no cost. It, you know, gives you field advantage, everything. Now, speaking of cards that give you an advantage, what does this one do? Man, we all remember this card, but nobody ever knows what it does. Oh my god, you should see the card on the back. Okay, so we're going to have to get this white thing off. They must have just put this on so that, like, it didn't get damaged during shipping or something. But, oh man, sometimes it's a bit of a pain to open this. And I do want to get this off because I'll show you what it is, but yeah, Pot of Greed, we're going to need a lot of Pot of Greeds. I'll do like a reveal for what that card is behind it, but it might take a little bit of time to open it, so we'll do that one last. Okay. What are we doing here? Thank you, enjoy. Oh, okay, I'll enjoy it. Let's see what we got. What card do we get in here? Man, some of those cards though, Beaver Warrior, Feral Imp, like, you just get like memories from when Yugi played these cards back in the day, right? They were just iconic Yugi cards. Alright, well, we got another Weevil Underwood card. Drillbug. So, this is a card I can definitely picture Weevil using this to bring out Parasite. That definitely fits with his kind of underhanded strategies, right? So we're getting a lot of Weevil cards in, and we're getting a lot of Yugi cards in. That's okay, though, because I think Weevil versus Yugi was the first duel of Duelist Kingdom. So it makes sense that those would be the cards that would come in first, right? Can't wait until we get other. Oh! Here's a cool card that Yugi had. Look at this. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards. Except Karibo. No, Karibo is constantly like made fun of by like bad guys in the show. Yet this card has won Yugi so many matches. Like I literally think he beats Pegasus with this card, and he beats Kaiba's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with this card. So this is like unironically one of Yugi's best cards, even though it is constantly referred to as the weakest card in the game by characters in the show. Even though I would say, well, Thousand Eyes Idol is the weakest card in the game. I guess they don't count that as weak because it can fuse into Thousand Eyes Restrict, but like Karibo definitely shouldn't be considered the weakest card in the game, even though it constantly is referred to as such, because it has won Yugi so many matches. Right? Okay, and then I think we got one more here. And then we'll have to do that last one that we got to open. So we've gotten a lot of Yugi's cards. That's pretty cool. I wonder what we got this time. Okay, what do we got in here? Oh, we got another Weevil Underwood card. Neobug. So this is a really classic old school insect monster. It's got the 1800 attack, which is usually the amount that a level 4 monster has to have to be considered competitive in like a tournament setting. Back in the old days, you'd want a monster with 1800 attack or higher. So this could definitely help Weevil Underwood in like Battle City. It probably wouldn't have been around in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Duelist Kingdom, because if this existed, why would Weevil run basic insect, right? But definitely this is something that Weevil probably had in his later decks. So that is also a pretty good card to have. And I guess we should do the opening for this last one here, because I want to show you, like, there's Pot of Greed, and man, we need to get that out of the package so that we can figure out what it does. But there's another card on the back I want to show you if I can just get this thing open. And I don't know, like, if we'll edit this out when I make the video, because whoever did this, like, this is actually really good in terms of like making sure that the card arrives safely, but it's annoying to try and open it, man. And it looks like there might be other cards in there, right? So I really do want to get this open. I know. Oh man, like you see those little bonobo monkeys on the Discovery Channel trying to open the coconut. I don't know, man. Like, I'm relating to those really hard right now. But let's see if we can get this. Okay, it's starting to open. Yeah, we got it. We got the coconut open. Okay, so let's see what's inside. Oh, come on. Pot of Greed! And we can finally find out what it does. Draw 2 cards. Alright, pretty much everybody runs that one. But it's the card on the back that I'm going to show you. This is a really good pull. If I can just get it out. This is a super iconic card. Dark Magician! Look at that. Starter deck Yugi Dark Magician, man. Dark Magic Attack. So there you go. We've got Yugi's boss monster from Duelist Kingdom. I'd say we got a good haul of cards. I'm working on the character decks, and then once we get those decks together, we start doing the Duel Remastered videos. It's going to be a fun time. So thanks for sticking with me while we looked at the cards that came in today, and I can't wait to make the character deck videos and the Duel Remastered videos. But yeah, what a finisher. Dark Magician and Feral Imp. I'd say we're off to a good start. Catch you later, guys.